Hello. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. If this is the first time that you've stumbled across one of my videos in this little corner of the World Wide Web that we know as YouTube, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you will find this video informative and entertaining enough that you will want to hit that subscribe button and change the notification bell to all so that you never miss the release of one of my videos in the future. If you are a returning viewer, otherwise known as my treasures, thank you for showing up for me once again today. I greatly appreciate it. Um, you guys are the heartbeat of TT's Trinkets and Treasures. So, if you all wouldn't mind taking a moment to hit that like button and maybe leave me a comment afterwards to let me know what you thought of today's video and if you had any thing that you would like me to focus on in a future video. So, did everybody have a good weekend? I did. It wasn't what we had originally planned, which was, a quiet weekend at home. Never happened. The only thing we were supposed to have to do was pick my son up from the airport yesterday, and that was the littlest bit of it. But yeah. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Tina. Oh, I'm glad that you had a good weekend. I'm glad I found that fire agate nugget for you, too, because I wanted to make sure that you got it. Hello, Leah. I hope everything went well at the doctor. We can chat about it later, though. So if you were on this morning when Beth was on, before she had to go take care of herself, which we all need to remember to do, I'm talking to you. You need to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself and love yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of or love anybody else the way that they deserve to be. Just saying. Okay, now that's a mini soapbox, not a big soapbox, just a mini soapbox. But know that if you feel like I'm talking to you, I probably am. Sorry, I need to find a place to put the first cup of coffee. Alrighty. But if you were on there, you may have seen that I said my husband stashed away a big box. And I'm talking like this is where you keep your wrapping paper kind of box, not like a small little one, like a good one. But luckily for you, that means that there's more goodies to go in for our scoop session this Saturday, which is going to be fun. I want to call it something else. I don't want it to just be like scoops. I want it to be something that kind of goes with the channel name. So if you guys have any ideas, all of you creative, lovely women in my life, have any ideas what I could call it outside of just scoops, I would appreciate it. Hi, Roseanne. Your internet is party, so not sure how long I'll be around. I appreciate you popping up. Things are good. She made me cry, but in a good way. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Anyways, y'all, let me just show you a few of the things that were in that little box. So let's start with this opal nugget strand from Randy. This was one of the first things I ever ordered from Randy. This right here, one of the very first things I ever ordered from Randy. Oh, and look, I got it covered. It has that glue mark from before, but we didn't get to it this weekend, and I was kind of bummed. And Steve didn't put my super glue back after he super glued his finger when he cut it, and I was all upset. But then I saw my box of T-pins, and I said, okay, we will pin it into place until we can give it the attention it deserves. But it's not just that. Like, it's completely clean. Underneath, it's completely clean. This side is all cleaned off. This side needs a little bit more work, but it's getting there. So I'm happy I can have my coffee cup up here. But look at this box. Oh, are you ready? Look at this pendant. Is that not absolutely fabulous? Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty and sparkly and like I don't know what I'm gonna put with it, but whatever gets put with this will match its beauty and opulence. I love it. So that's one thing. This is also from Randy, actually. Turquoise pendant that I got from her with the red coral. Very beautiful turquoise pendant that I got from her. I don't know if these were from her, but look at these mother of pearl bead frames slash links. Like, you don't have to use it as a bead frame if you don't want to, but your girl has all those extra links coming, so it should come in handy. I guess these are Swarovski Love, Hope, and Faith charms. I'm assuming that you're supposed to affix some kind of crystal right here. So I'll have to take these with me down to Bernie's to figure out. You need to post new photos. You saw the standing stones? Ah! I'm so excited. Now that your desk is set up, it needs to be cleared off. Wait, what's part of setting it up, clearing it off, Leah? I would think those two things went hand in hand, but yeah. So I'm assuming, is that what these are for, Rosanna? Do I need to take these down and buy some crystals to go in them? There's one. There's some more of my antique prayer boxes. She's like, nope, sorry. And I can hear her laughing. That's how well I know my girl. I hear her laughing. All the way here in Arizona, I hear you laughing. Okay. Look at these. They're so pretty. They have little holes on either side. So pretty. And I have so many of them. Look. They're gorgeous. Could you imagine just some like velvet rope, but then like sparkles in here? Or like black pearls. Oh, it would be so pretty. These I know I got from Randy as well. I can tell just because Rosanna will confirm that those in fact did come from Randy. These are like the Alice in Wonderland charms or whatever. They're really cute. I have those. This beautiful cross with the black. I don't know what they put. It's not really crystals. I don't know what they use, but it's still really pretty. I wish they were crystals, but even without it, it's pretty. Like, you guys, there's so many of these. I'm so excited to play. I'm so excited. Oh, yep, this came from Randy too. I think we all got 1 or 10 of these during Randy's scoops, but yes. Or I may have just bought those. I don't know. Look, I have these mother of pearl flower pendants. They're so pretty. These are the little fox charms. Let's see, what else is on here? What? Those little bird links. These are interesting because they almost need to go this way, but they're curved. Because if it goes this way, then the birds are sideways. But, like, what do you do with the curve? I mean, I know I can hammer them. I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense to me. Oh, these will be right up Rosanna's alley. Look at the raven pendants with the tree behind them. Hi, Mary. Yes, Steve is in trouble, but guess what? I know Beth was like, poor Steve. He doesn't mind the punishment. Ask him. He'll tell you. He doesn't mind. He's all good. Yeah, those might just and then I have the Celtic pendant. These were from like a buyer. Leah, is this the person that shall not be named? Going through these, I'm kind of wrecking back to these are some links, and you guys know your girl loves links. Look at these copper coin pearls. Whole strand of those. It's just asking for fall to begin and for me to start creating for fall. Oh, the little moons. Those are cute. More antique prayer boxes, which is good because, like I said, some of these might just find their way into the bucket. So, lots of goodies that we can play with and that I can share. These are just, I love them. If there's ever a link that I have like access to, oh, there's 2 sizes. I forgot that there were 2 sizes. This would be kind of cute if you did it like tin cup style, where they're like separated and there's like nothing in between, but then you come down. These would be pretty. I think there's only like 3 of the small ones. There's a lot more of the big ones than there are the small ones. Okay, I was just curious. Because this is the good stuff. If you know what I mean. And I think you do. This is a little Celtic heart chandelier. This is really pretty. This would be really pretty with the black crystal drops that I have. Just 2 small ones there and a larger one in the middle, or vice versa. And then just, you don't have to do much. Put a chain on that maybe you put a little black crystal or like check glass bitones, whatever you can do. What was I saying? I have no, oh, you can put those like every 1.5 or 2 inches in the chain to create a beaded chain to go with it, and it would be beautiful. Just that simple. It doesn't, things don't have to be ridiculously complicated. But yeah, those opals literally were from the very first order I ever bought from Randy, like, oh goodness, almost 3 years ago now. I think that's about right. Oh yeah, one side has the red and one side has blue. I completely forgot about that. That you can like switch it. That's cool. Makes it more versatile for people. Anyways, this is just asking me to create wall pieces. But I had a whole idea And I'm hoping that I didn't forget it. Oh no. Who is getting sick over there? Please don't throw up. Oh goodness. Also in the box, a whole thing of, I believe it's African turquoise, which is actually a dyed jasper. Whole thing. These will be good when I go back and revisit more of the relics box. These are little like herringbone beads, so those are fun to design with as well. Okay. I don't know who got an upset tummy. I apologize if you had to hear that. Oh, yes. Hi, Dot. Hi, Beth. Let's hit the... Oh, like early. Okay, yes, thank you. I would appreciate that. And next time you're not feeling good, let me know. I was up, showered, everything. I could have gone on at 9 o'clock my time, no problem. It would have been just fine. Well, unless, okay. Well, I don't know why that just did that. But anyways, like I was saying, there's a whole box of this African turquoise. There's this $30 strand. How this was missing, I have no idea, but it's also funny to see things and prices I paid for that I don't know that I'd still pay that amount for them, but they're very pretty and sparkly, but they don't have like the chatoyancy that I would expect from a $30 strand of moonstone beads. They're still beautiful. They will absolutely get used. I'm just saying, like I didn't. Whole container of oversized lobster claws in gunmetal. Looks like there's some silver in here too. These are good for keychains and luggage tags and all kinds of stuff. These are some of my favorite crystals ever. I bought these early. You know what those would go perfect with? Because they're not black and they're not brown. They go beautiful with the coffee agate. Man, I wish I'd found this before I made that necklace. I might have to redo the pendant. These are beautiful. I got these. They look gorgeous with a nice tassel underneath. Like the tassels I buy. Let's see. Oh, if anybody is friends with sorry. I know, Beth, but that's why I'm saying it's okay if you need me, just let me know. And yes, we're praying for you, babe. Like I said, I had a whole design that I wanted to work on today, and my mind is blank. Oh, in case you didn't see the finished product, here it is. I love it. It fits like it hits the like middle ring hits me right here. So it's not a high, like a higher up collar, or choker. It just sits nicely, really nice. And I made some charms using some itty bitty lobster clasps that can be added on here, no problem. But when I was cleaning up today, I ran across this. So there will be a black version of this with some kinds of beads. I'm not quite sure what yet. And this will be the front closure of it because I think that would be like stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I think that it would just, yeah. But I love this. It fits so well. I think I'm going to put, I need to put at least a larger lobster clasp on here so that it can hold its thing. But I'm also wondering if I shouldn't add like at least another jump ring on this side to connect it with, because it is a little fiddly with the pearls and the small lobster clasp. So I'm going to swap that out. But like I said, I made some really pretty little charms, which when I cleaned got moved. And let me see. So, you know, I had to make one using Jasper after all. Then I can enter it. So you can just hang that. I have this little opal like check glass dragonfly coin bead that looks beautiful on it. You might remember these Alaskan starfish charms that we got. Hi, Lynn. You got up at 7 and breakfast isn't until 8 a.m. Well, what else are you gonna do with your time? But make a stretch bracelet, right? So, yeah, I'm really happy with it. Like I said, I like it with just the ring. That's how I put it on. But it's also really cute. Well, here, let me see if I can get it on for you guys. Like I said, it's a little bit fiddly because of the pearls. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a bigger lobster clasp on. Let me see if I can at least hold it for you guys. But it like hits like right about there. So that's the way it fits on me, much like a t-shirt collar, like the one I'm wearing. But I do need to put a bigger lobster clasp on it and possibly another jump ring. And then I might put a short extender chain on just because I could hang a pearl down off the bottom and then it's pretty. But yeah, I really like that. I like the versatility of it. It got me back to thinking, like, when they got back, I told my son's girlfriend that she should get a charm from everywhere she goes, and then I will give her a bunch of these little jump rings. She can pay for one nice long, like 30-inch good chain, and break it down and have one for a bracelet and one for a necklace, or one short necklace, two bracelets, whichever. And then she would just be able to go through and change out the charms based on season, her outfit, holidays, whatever. But you could just go through and like swap them out at will, which I love, um, and want to offer when I finally get my store up and running. Okay, Heather, what were you going to do today? I don't know. Oh, I found my links. And I might have ordered a lot of them. Thankfully, they were like $1.29 or something before the discount. So even though I bought $25 worth, or I bought 25 sets, it wasn't ridiculously expensive. But I was also thinking that this would be a really cute one to do with that same thing. And maybe just do knots after it's attached, but attach it in some way right here that would kind of make it look like a bow, and maybe have two pieces of like black leather hanging down as like the strings, or some antique copper chain would also be pretty, just to hang it from the center of this, and it would make a really pretty bow. You could even do like flat leather, which I know I have on my desk because I just saw it yesterday. But just saying, that would be a really cute way to use them on either a necklace, a belt, a bracelet, whichever. So, if any of you guys were able to get these box extras, did everybody get the ones they wanted? And did the box finally sell out? I didn't check this morning. I was going to, but I emailed them and told them they could ship them together if possible, so they didn't have to pay to ship things. Oh yeah, and I found, now I remember what I was gonna do. Okay, cool. I also found this. I was a little bummed. I wish it was like an oval or something, because then you could put this at the center of a necklace like that, and it would be really pretty. Okay, I figured out what I was going to do now. Okay, so I'm gonna take this because it's the perfect shape, everything for these pendants that I've had forever and not found anything that used. It was still available last night. Wow. I know she said she made a lot of them. I know that. There was like, I think almost 500 of them when I originally placed my first order, and then when I placed my second one, there was like in the low 300s still available. So, yeah, but I was very happy because I got it. I really like the box, but I got plenty of box extras, so I don't need to repurchase it. Okay, so we're going to do this, hang that, and then we're going to, or I'm going to, um, on these, there's a little opening on both sides right there. So I'm going to put some beading wire over that, but try to wait to crimp until it's further down so it lays nice. And then I thought I could either use the red hashies with some pretty silver beads in between them, or I could do the red faceted hashies with like a spinel in between them. But Cheryl's like, I can't get it. Oh, good. I'm happy that it'll be there with you. It'll be there for you. I hope it so will. I did notice these sold out. Because I went back and was just gonna order more of these, because I didn't get more of these in the second order because I got so many in my first one, and then I was like, but I can use that for so many things. But they were sold out when I went back. So if you wanted any extra links, Cheryl, I would be more than happy to share. Okay, so I found some silver beading wire. I need to go to Bernie's and get some more, like a big spool of it. But I did find this. So, I need my little red hashies, which I had being the operative word. Here we go. See, this is what happens every time I clean. I clean and then I can't find anything. And it drives me batty. It's just I'm trying to converge several different like storage options that I had over the last 5 to 7 years. And it can be a little difficult, to say the least. Okay, where are your red hashies, Heather? Ooh, wait, did I stick them in the Jasper box? I may have. Now I just have to figure out where the heck I put the Jasper box. Yes, it is. I hope my Haitians are in here. If not, I have other little. No, they're not in here. I have some little red Jasper, but I really wanted to use the Haitians to kind of elevate the design. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. I thought I had everything ready to go. This one has the bicones. Other from my stash. I'm sorry, you guys. I know live you can't double speed me, but if you're watching me on replay, I understand. Don't worry. They're in a stacker. I don't know why I'm not seeing the stacker itself. Okay. Bronze. Box stuff. Little stacker. Man, I really wanted to work on this with you guys today. I'm all excited to finally have what I needed to do it with. And now I have no idea where they went. But no. Okay. Right here. I did have them pulled out. I had them pulled out. I had them. They were on my keyboard. Okay, so let's see. Which red Jasper we want? This one's pretty. It's got like this, that little cross across it. This one has a little bit more inclusions. Ooh, that one's a pretty one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick. No, I might use the one with the little like swoop across it. So we'll just attach this using a jump ring. I just need to figure out the best jump ring that will fit through this with and still allow it to swing like so, but it'll have to fit around the top of the teardrop is the only thing, which is going to be the tough part of it. FYI, this is a set that BB Craft has on Amazon that are silver and gold plated jump rings. And you can get like a whole set of them. I ordered them to see if it was something that like I would recommend to you guys, and it is. It's a good set. All of the jump rings are closed when they get here, which often means that they were like laser cut or cut with a jeweler's saw. So yeah. They're really good quality. Okay, that is not going to fit through there. Okay. Next size up will be this one. They seem to be at least, if they're 20 gauge, then they are work hardened 20 gauge. Not, or they could be 18 gauge as well. See, that's going to be the problem. To get it over the top there, I'm afraid that it's then going to make the teardrop hang too low, which if so, I have some more of the little ones that I can always wrap and put in there, but I was really wanting it to be this larger one that looked almost looked like it was made for that pendant. So okay, we got that part on. I think it will be easier to attach it. Come on. Nope. Okay, Rosanna, can I blink you here so you can tell me what I'm doing wrong? Oh, come on. It's like right there. So I think if I just close that as much as I could with one hand, which was okay. It's not gonna swing back and forth. Oh, actually it will. Yay, perfect size. Perfect jump ring size. Yay, success. I'm so happy. Alrighty then. Now let's move on to the part. I may actually use my sterling silver wire that Rosanna gave me because it's a finer gauge, so it will, or like a finer cord, so it'll probably lay like drape better here than this medium weight beading wire. So I'm gonna cut about 5 or 6 inches. Let's see. Maybe not even that much. Yeah, I don't even need that much. I'm gonna give myself 4 inches just to make sure that I can crimp down. Oh, stop unrolling. It's like one of those gag gifts where you open the can and the snakes all go. Whee! Okay. I have one crimp out. That's strange. Oh, I forgot I moved these. There they are. No, I'm not sure if that's no, it's the right guy. Okay, so we're gonna attach it the first side. I like going through there. Did I make this long enough? Yeah. But I want to be able to crimp it like in here somewhere. So now I'm wondering if I should grab a size 1 and just flat crimp it. What do you guys think? Should I just grab like a small size 1 crimp? I want the beads to start like right about there. Yeah, Wells Fargo puts Steve's check in early too. Okay, where are all those size 1 crimps you just had? I have them as I have the little crimp beads that I use as spacers too, that I can always grab out of here. Maybe are these not the spacers for the crimp beads? Those might not be crimp beads. Hold on. Maybe they are. They're a little long though, but okay. I'm gonna try to crimp this proper so that it at least looks like there's a little bead on it. So slide it down the long length, and then we need to put this other side through. Okay. I don't know why I'm struggling with this so bad today. Mm-hmm. Okay, it should fit. Goodness gracious. I'm about to lose my mind with this thing right here. Okay, this is all kinked now. Hold on. Stretch out my hands. Oh, I could. No. What I was going to do is have it drape. Sorry. Put these with like little black spinel in between them and have them drape in the lower section of, yeah, sorry, I just realized that he's a little bit up high. Let me scooch him back carefully because I can move this, no problem. Okay. I'm going to cut a fresh piece that doesn't have a kink. Warm my hands up a little bit. Give myself plenty of room. I can use that other piece for something else. Nope, not that way. This needs to come up and through there. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. So I'll just put that back right there. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my, oops, I need a little bit of a helper strand. And pick that up just a little bit more. I forgot, this is fine wire. Here we go. Squish. There we go. Cut off the helper strand. Okay. The excess on this side. Okay. Yes, we put bead bits in there. Then I'm going to grab down my spinel. Because this is the side I want to be the front. So I need this to come back through so that it's on the front of the pendant. Yes, perfect. Okay, so black spinel. Oh, get things out of my elbow room. Okay. Spinel. We have itty bitty like this. We have itty bitty. And then we have some that are just itty. Or bitty, sorry, I don't know. I think this side will work best, but I might need a little one right at the start. Just to come in, and then we can go up in size. Okay, come on, there's the hole. Oh my goodness gracious. For someone who never wore glasses, it's extremely frustrating to get old. And I feel bad for people that have to, like, that have had to wear them their whole life. Uh-oh. Okay. Even the itty bitty is a little big, so I might have to do two of them. Why can I not see the hole on these beads? There it is. Ugh. Okay. There. Now we can go up in size. And then we'll go from here to our first hishi. So there's that. I'm asking myself if I should go back down to the small one now before I put this on, so that it like makes a little bit more sense. Let me see here if I can get like so. And then grab one of the hashis. And I'm just going to, sorry, I'm just going to do this all the way around. I want the swag to hit just right there. Oh, Mary. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have a lipoma right here that they want to remove. And I'm like, do we have to? And then once I finish this, I will carry the pattern up into the necklace itself. There we go. There's like a shadow right there. There's no shadow here. Because normally I can just see the light shine through them. Is that not enough of the red jasper, guys? Is that, I feel like that might be too many spinel in between. So then should I just do this? Okay. No, I want the larger one. Okay. All right. Nope. No extra itty bitties. It took up too much space for what I'm wanting this to look like. Oh my goodness. Come on. Now you understand my post in Beading Besties a little bit more. Oh my goodness. I have black onyx hashis as well that I could pull out. This is not. Why are you so far back today, sir? We'll move things over. Not that bad. Sorry, I want to make sure that I'm on frame. So I'm going to pull this over. I have some blacks onyx hashis that I could put in between these. Or do I just put the hashis themselves? I'm not liking the spinel in between, surprisingly enough. Either size, the little ones or the big ones. I have an idea. If I can find them. I have these. Or somewhere I have some other sterling silver beads, or I have these triangles. Let's see what I think of this better. I think I like the glint of silver instead of the black. The triangle may not be the shape I want, but like I said, I have these 2.5mm ball spacers. Let's see what those look like in between. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, she's or Spinel. Let's put you away so you don't end up in a beet soup. I just like it the way it looks with the silver. It like the word that's coming to mind is it's glinting. I don't know if that's the word that I'm meaning it to be. Like you see just that like little hint of color. Come on, please just close. First you don't succeed, try another cat. Okay. I know I have some like little itty bitty donut beads that would be really pretty. But ooh. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I have some itty bitty teeny tiny jump rings that don't fit on anything else. I'm gonna see if I can't make some really quick so that it's not as bulky in between the hishis. It will just be a little teeny tiny like, because see, I don't like the way that the ball is sitting on top of or in between. Or I'm just being too damn picky and I just need to get on with it, which is very highly likely. It's fine. I'll just stick with this. I feel bad making you guys sit here and watch like paint drying. Yeah, it looks just fine. I'm just being picky. I do have tiny bead caps. I don't think that they're that tiny though. That's why I was saying if I just used this, and at the tiniest point, it might end up being the perfect like round size in between. Or let me see. These are a little bit smaller. And won't jack up the price of this necklace the way the sterling silver beads would be, because they're 24 cents a piece, my cost. So that's why, see, I thought the triangle would work, but I don't like the way that it turned out. What about some tiny daisy spacers? Let's see. We'll probably still use one of those. Which one is smaller? This one is smaller. Okay. So take the sterling silver ones and put them back in here. Okay. Put one of the little ones on here. Wait, where did the little ones? This is a little one. And then the red shade. And one more little spacer. So there's not a blank spot on the purple. And then I can go to the Yep, this is the go. Thank you, Cheryl. That helped. Okay, hon. I was looking for the O's. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, the O beads. That's what I couldn't find. But I like the way the daisy spacer looks. It just, the silver is helping the facets, the facets in the hashies are reflecting off the light that the silver brings. So that's what I wanted to happen. That was the whole point of these, because these are some beautiful micro square facets that are just gorgeous. And I like the daisy spacer. It's if it was a little bit smaller, or like this O bead right here that just so happens to be, sorry, in the container with my daisy spacer. How did that happen? No, I'm not going to dump them out to see if there's more. Though I was thinking about it. I doubt there was. Yes, I have these itty bitty O beads somewhere. I just don't know where. Seeing that one right there, I'm like, it's okay. I have more of these. I have more of these. I have more of these. I decided I want to make one for me to keep. I will hunt those down or buy more. But these little 4mm daisy spacers are doing the trick. The only thing I'm not sure about, no, it's fine when it's good. Go. Mm. Hi, Heather. It was funny though, guys, going through like that box and pulling out items that I made like 3+ years ago. Just like you look at it, and I'm just like, wow, I've come a really long way. Okay, I might have too many on. I might take this last one off. I don't want it to be. I might even have to take this one off too, because it's not going to lay right. I need to have room to put the dots right there, and this is where it started over there. So I would like it somewhere in the middle. The problem is that I don't think I have room for one more. Let me try again. Let's see. I would love it perfectly centered, but of course, what we like and what is possible are often two different things. Okay, that looks like it'll be good. So then we had 3 of the tiny little print beads. I know that I have some size 1 silver prints. I just don't know where they are. Okay, I think that's good. So I need to put the crimp on. I know I pulled out 2. Very possible that I pulled them out and then picked it back up off the mat for some reason. Okay, put these back. I'm getting kind of low on these daisy spacers. I'm going to take a bit of time to come in the mail, so. I need to put those beads in a thing, because like the 4mm sterling silver spacers that aren't in here anymore, 73 cents a piece. 5mm, I love having quality products, but it is so hard for me to think about passing that cost off. Okay, we're gonna go under, and then we're gonna come back through the little spot, through the crib too. Okay, I think that's a good spot. Center my crimp. That doesn't feel centered. There we go. There we go. Yes, I just forgot to put a helper strand in there, but it's holding just fine. I don't know how, but it is. So there's the pendant. I like the way it looks. I wanted to do this with one of these, and I have not had the right size. That's why I bought the triple obsidian set they have, because I want to do that with these as well. Okay, I'm just trying to get these separated so I can pick up all these little tiny curd beads and get them put away. That is the sterling silver one. Those are triangles. This is also sterling silver, but... And then we have the flower bead caps that we might still use. Okay. Now, there's another sterling silver one. Now, how are we going to use this? What are we going to pair with it? Why does this look so crooked? There we go. It's crooked on my side, but straight on the screen. All right. Do I want to use little red jasper? Big red jasper. I have this length of one already cut, and then I can add chain up the back of the neck if I want to. I'm going to grab one of the small jump rings that's in here in the little set I bought. Put my trim tube thing away so I know where it's at. Attach this jump ring. I think these might be 18 gauge. Like I said, if they're only 20 gauge, they've been work hardened. So I just want a tiny jump ring so that I don't have to worry about, I don't want it to like hang down too low. Oh, I'm so excited. That's exactly what truth be told, I like it a tad bit higher up, but I really like this. Do we have somebody new? New subscriber here. Are you in Tucson? No, I'm in Mesa. But we can be friends so that when the Tucson Bead Show comes around, I have a place to stay. Totally joking, kind of. I don't know. I'm so happy you're here, Jerry. That makes me happy. I love seeing this. If you did not already see it, there is a link below for our Facebook community. It doesn't belong to any one channel. It's for the community. That's who I created it for. And instead of having like one person, we have a group of admin. All of us from like smaller channels and some big, like Becky and Jenny are on the admin team. Rosanna, Beth, I think that's it. It's the 5 of us. The only rule is to be kind of considerate. You can post your Etsy, your Facebook, your Instagram, your web page, whatever. You can even post your items for sale. The only thing is that when the talk of exchanging money begins, it needs to happen outside the group so that there's no misunderstanding in thinking that the group is responsible for the transaction, because we're not. That would be a private seller and a private buyer. So, other than that, just be kind, and it's fun. I'm happy you're here. Curious, where'd you hear? How'd you hear about us? Okay, how are we going to use this? Let me. I wish I had this in the antique copper, because I think it would be beautiful that way. But I also think that it's going to be pretty with the silver. Okay, I have the larger Heishis that we could use in between some beads. Hit you all the way to all the way to your neck of the woods, huh? I have chips. I have cubes. I have 4, 6, and 8mm beads. I have the English cut. I want to use these, but I think I want to use them with some. I definitely want to use the silver. I want it to be like a simpler necklace. I just don't want the size of the pendant to be off with the size of the beads is all. Because we could just do and then do a daisy spacer. What if we go small red jasper bead, daisy spacer, Heishi, daisy spacer, 3mm, like that, and then we could do a larger ball spacer to kind of break them up. Or a larger red jasper. Oh, with a tiny ball spacer. Let's see here. 6 or 8mm. Let's try both. So small ball spacer. Let me string up the other side and look at it with the 8mm and see if we don't want to go to the 8mm instead. Ball spacer. Oh, I didn't finish the pattern before I put the 8mm on. There we go. This may sound funny to some people, but the perfection of these beads are driving me crazy. Calm down. Just the electric company. No big deal. These ones are just too perfect. They're driving me nuts. I like personality in my pieces. Those have their place when you need something quiet to kind of calm the eye or whatever. But in this case, where we're just doing the red jasper as the focal, I want to show it off with all the natural inclusions that I love about red jasper. So they're also slightly larger. I think these ones are 3mm and the ones I just pulled out are 4mm. But I just think it's gonna be more me this way. Okay, put those away. Start again with the larger. Yeah, I like that a lot better. There we go. Hi, Gracia. Wait, what are Sweetwater pearls? Do you mean freshwater pearls? Better. Oh, we have to decide if we like the 6 or the 8. I forgot about that. And we kind of need those beads either way. But I just put that down. Some days. Beading spacer and 4mm. No bark. Hey, you heard me. Okay, so here's the 6mm, like so. And Cindy, you might have something. We could do 3 6mm in a row and then go back to this. That could be really pretty. Like if we, again, these don't have as much personality, but they've got a little still. You call them Sweetwater pearls. I had heard of Sweetwater pearls. I just didn't know if it was a different type of pearl that I hadn't seen, and was like, do I need to go investigate? I don't know if I like the bead in between. I think I might have just liked the. I don't know. No, I can't decide. I don't want to just daisy space or everything, though there wouldn't be anything wrong with that. So here are the two different things that are floating in my head. So do we like it with a bit of silver, or do we like it with just the 3 red jasper beads? Which do you prefer? Hi, Kathy. I'm kind of leaning towards just the 3 red jasper in a row without anything in between them. But what do you guys think? Because then it would just go back to the smaller bead, the 4mm. There might be 2 different sizes, and you still have to pay attention. Yeah, I think I like just the 3 in a row without the spacers. Oh, I just accidentally grabbed the bead wire. I concur, Mary. I concur. Did you have a good weekend, Cassie? We missed you on Saturday night. We did a little giveaway. So yeah, if any of you know Mary Trant, like outside of like the viewers of this channel, there are 3 different Mary Trants that it could be. They all bead. So, like, what's the likelihood of that? Because I tried just to find her on Facebook, but there's more than one. And I'm like, what's the odds? Oop, that's a big one. That's not one of the little ones. There we go. Yeah, I really like the way this looks. It's pretty. It's red jasper, but I mean, it's all red jasper and just silver. But sometimes just highlighting the stone itself in the different ways. We have the teardrop, we have the heishis down here, then we have the heishis and the rounds up here, and I just think that it allows the simplicity but also beauty of the stone really shine through. So, and I oftentimes don't think that as designers we realize like just the stone by itself is beautiful. And not in a bad way. I just mean we get into the habit of, you know, bead caps and spacers and oh my, that kind of thing. Which I know I'm using all of in here. I'm just, that's why I like just the 3 red jasper moments, because they're just like soft and calming. So pretty. So pretty. So I don't think everybody was on earlier, but for this sale, I don't, does anybody have any clever ways we could say scoop without saying scoop? Like, is, I just want to try, and I think it would be fun just to have a different name, you know? Something quirky or whatever, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna clip this side. I'm gonna go do the other side. Clip, 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 clip. Again, I cleaned, so I can't find a clip. I'm gonna have to be very, very careful then. I don't see a single clip. Nope. Thought I saw one. They're all closed, thankfully. Just a little triangle tray of things got knocked over. Okay. It's very few things, so we're all good. And would it be a video without me knocking something over? Gotta be able to laugh at ourselves. If you don't, life's awfully boring and stressful and overwhelming. Beaded Bliss sale, swoop, there it is. That's cute. Bead stew, everything goes in. That's good, Cassie. What do you call that game that you grab an item thing? It looks like a shovel. Ladle is another word. Kind of like stone soup, Kathy. Because we're going to have those. Then we're going to have the designer choice. Where I have like a center stone or pendant or whatever else. And then I put some coordinating beads with it. But you then finish adding to it to complete a design. I think that helps. And with us all, oops, dang it, Heather. One more repeat. Us all having a little bit of tighter belts lately, that will help keep the cost down. You don't have to buy a whole strand of something in order to be able to work with the beads when you get them. So hungry hippos. Yes, Heather, yes. Oh my goodness. I love this community so much. Like, I can't even tell you. You guys are the light. Like, I feel like this is really and truly like, who needs physical therapy? This is emotional therapy, and I appreciate it. I know so many of us deal with pain and stuff like that, some of which may be like fibromyalgia and even Durkheim's disease are like hidden silent diseases or invisible diseases. Until you see all of my surgery scars, of course. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So pretty. Okay, so let's find crimps and figure out what chain we're gonna put with this. Let's see how long it is right now. So it is at 5.5 inches, so 11 inches. So I might go ahead and do one more of the small series on either side. That's probably all we get. I don't want to like try to. I don't have a lot of extra beading wire on here, so I want to. She. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosanna. Yeah, that's how I want to end it on both sides. Okay, what kind of chain are we gonna use? Have the Cuban links with the bright silver. It doesn't really go with the bright silver. If there's anybody that's like a huge stainless steel fan. I think that'll work. I think I want this to be right at 20 inches. And right now it's at 6, so that's 12. Turning like 4 inches of chain on either side, 3.5, because we gotta add the clasp. So we will just put right here, and then put these on a headband or piece of wire. Yeah. I clean up my desk and now I don't have a square single like piece of wire to measure this with. I jinxed myself, didn't I? Okay. We're right there. Grab our silver crimps and carefully crimp this first side. So as not to pull off the whole other side. Has anybody seen my crimps? I put them away. Crimp, chain through the crimp. You didn't see that, right? Pull that down. I'm gonna grab my magical crimper and center that crimp in the middle concavity of the pliers and crimp once. Turn. Make sure it's centered again. And one more time for good measure, even though with these pliers, it's not needed. Because there is definitely a dip. Wait, did I put the last part up? I did not. I still have to put the little beads on here. Really quick. Oh, that's one. That bead said, I don't want to play. Guys, this is going to be totally random, but did it ever bother you guys when you're watching a cooking show or video on YouTube and when they take the spices out, they just like flip the caps? I don't understand that. I also don't understand like the whole like tippity tapping your nails on something just for the sake of making a specific noise. Like, I don't get it. Does he help? If it does, you can put dry rice. Yes, you could do that. The heat does help it last longer. You're absolutely right. I have one. Hey, that's really big that I made. That has rice. It has lavender in it. It has just a whole bunch of goodies. I'm gonna have to dig through these crimp beads and crimp tubes and make sure I'm not putting one in the other's place. Quinn, there's nobody here for you to defend us against. We are perfectly fine, my dear. She's a missed at me. Okay, that's a bead. I think that's all the crimp tubes. Okay. Now grab some lobster class. Well, a lobster class. And Quinn. That is enough, Quinn. I recently got these. And I'm really liking them a lot because it allows me to have like the closed ring, which I appreciate. And stop, Quinn. Even if you're quiet barking, you don't need to. Quinn, you know who that is. Stop. The puppy is whining because she has to be in the pen while I'm online. Because she can't be in here with us because she will eat things. And she's sold, so if I can keep an eye on her, she's gonna be in the pen just for safety. Mm. And we just had 2 left. We had a boy and a girl. We named them Sugar and Spice, and the new owners are going to keep the name Sugar because they like it. Where is the bus? I really like the way it turned out. Yeah, we make a bracelet to go with it. Okay. Only need 2. I'm thinking also of like mimicking the pendant in like hoops, but maybe hang the smaller teardrops off of them in the center of it just to kind of like coordinate without being like matchy. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the piece of wire here that is already crimped on one side and ready to go. So we're going to start with a 4mm. A heishi. I'm just going to kind of mimic the pattern from the necklace, but I will probably, I don't know, what do I want to do for the center? I know not every bracelet needs to have a focal, but that's not a hole, Heather. That's an inclusion. Ooh, this is the red. These are the ones that Rosanna really likes. So I will put that aside. I have a little collection for you, accruing of the red lightning jasper that you like so much. We could, however, take 2 of the small teardrops. I did have those today, right? Yes. Yes, I believe they're in the big container. Oh. I just had it. Ooh. What the actual heck? It's the bottom part of. How is the red jasper's not in this one? Man. I have these little faceted ovals we could also use, but is it right here? It might be right. I was gonna say we could point them into each other and put either a hasty or a round in between them to make it look like a bow. The only problem is that I don't see them right here, but I know I just had them. That's strawberry. You can see over there. Heather. I'm gonna put it in here. I have ovals in there that aren't faceted that we could also use, but I really wanted to do. Where else would I have put them? Oh. Almost knocking that over. Just reminded me that I have some stackers that fell. Maybe. No, like this one has only a few in it. And I was like, oh no, they're here. And I was like, I put them right here. Oh well. We will create with what we have at hand. So we can either put a regular oval at the center, or we can pull these into the design. I know I had them because I have the other two right here. Here they are. I'm not crazy, y'all. At least not about that. I'm crazy about other stuff. I'm just plain crazy sometimes. But I knew I had those. So now we can make the little bow in the middle. It was on the top of my keyboard. Again, just like earlier. When I couldn't find something, and that's where it was. Need some more. 6mm beads. What time is it there right now, Rosanna? Wait, what happened? Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, I do other types of necklaces. I have done quite a few actually that are different. All of mine aren't just strung. I had a couple that had wire wrap links, as they just said. Saturday night I did the leather necklace. I would love to show you. Oh, it's right here. This one that is knotted leather links connected by large hole freshwater pearls. And then I created, this is the center of it, but I created charms and put them on with very tiny lobster clasps so that you can change them out depending upon the season, your outfit, your mood, whichever. And it lays really nicely. It's not like a choker that would go higher up on the neck. It sits right at the collar. So I made that. I don't know if you were here when I started this, but when I created the pendant, and I also ask for people to list any ideas they may have in the comments on my video. If there's something you would like to see, I don't mind doing it. I macrame, I do all kinds of different things. I don't think I like that. Let's see about the Heishi. I'm going to go back and put a bead cap. I think that's cute. A little bow. I am going to put a bead cap on the bottom though, just to make it look more finished. It's funny because I have experienced beaders that tell me that they learn stuff. Yeah, I like it with the Heishi in the middle. Yeah, I crochet. I just showed this piece that I made and said I could do a recorded video of it if anybody wanted me to. This is also just a little choker necklace. That's crocheted lace. So I'm sorry if you feel like you're not getting inspiration from my channel. That's kind of the whole purpose. So I've also been coming on almost every day. So that just I was on twice yesterday. So if your complaint was too much, Heather, I would understand that. But it's fine. I would really like to know if there's something specific that you would like to learn. I'm more than willing to do my best to bring you a specific topic or whatever. Where did I just put those flower bead caps? There they are. And ladies, I'm okay with her asking. Yeah. Do not at all feel bad, Cassie. I asked for that. You didn't say it rudely. You didn't say anything like that. So if there's something else that you want, I asked that question specifically for this type of thing. I do not want you to feel bad in any way, shape, or form. Please do not feel bad. Ladies, I'm totally okay with her saying it and asking. It's totally okay. I wouldn't ask it if I didn't mean it. So I ask every day if there's something that you would like to see, to please leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I will do my best to come up with some designs that I can show you within where you are. So just let me know. And I will do it. I'm not going to take it personal at all. Punk purple, yeah. That's funny. I really am not taking it personally. I swear. I appreciate you letting me know that there's other things that you would like to do. I know that I can hyper focus on a specific type of design. So I'll do a bunch of macrame at one time, and then I'll do a bunch of stringing projects, and then, so I bebop around. But I know that I can also tend to get stuck on a specific design technique. So it's okay. Please do not feel bad. There we go. I like it. I like the little bow. It's pretty. Okay, we're going to put on our crimp. What do I wear those little thingies I just had for the clasp? Besides, I'd rather you tell me and have you as a viewer than not tell me and have you no longer watch. So, thanks, Dot. Thanks, ladies. A little bit too tight. There we go. That would be good. This one. There we go. He's gonna cut it off. There's a little bit of a part that looks like was there. It must have turned it at an angle or something, but there's the bracelet. To go along with our necklace. Coordinating pieces, while they have pretty much the same pattern and the same shape beads, they aren't entirely like matchy. Okay, if I can find them, I wanted to show you guys something that I played with this weekend. Well, what bit of weekend I had? Oh, I don't see him right here. So that's all right. We've been on for 2 hours. Thank you, Mary. Like I said, I think I'll probably do the earrings more like this, but I think I only have one teardrop left, unless I undo the red jasper charm. No, I still only have one left, I think. I think I ordered more though, so they should be on their way. But let's turn up. Thank you. Mary, I get you. I'll throw some of the nurse charms in. So I do the same thing. Alrighty, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know I've been wanting to do it since I got these pendants, but none of the teardrops were the right size. They were either way too small, or they were too narrow, or the hole was down so far that by the time we got a proper jump ring in it, it was hitting up against it. This looks like it was made for it. Like, it is the perfect size. Perfect. So I'm really happy about that. But yes, it's only a 4:15. You guys eat so early. I don't know why. They have a very strict dinner schedule in the Blue household. So yes, it really does. I know, it just fits perfectly. I love it. Anyways, I hope that all of you feel free to leave me a comment below at any time if there is something you would like to see. And like I said, I will do my best to bring you a design reflecting that. Until next time, ladies, and as always, happy beading.